Stuart from Jackhammer Forge here. Hope you're all doing okay. Now, you may have seen recently that the folks over at Secrets of the Ice Glacier archaeology page have just found what they think is a Viking Age arrowhead. And what makes it quite unusual is that it's got 3 blades. Now, somebody asked me how I would go about making it, so what I've done is I've put together a short video of how I personally would go about making a 3-bladed arrowhead. The thing about blacksmithing or forging is it's normally a lot easier when you have an even number of planes, for example square or hexagon, because normally what happens is you have one face on the anvil and you have the other face facing upwards. So the anvil provides resistance and your hammer provides the force for the blow. But if you have got 3 sides, you've now got either a point down on the face of the anvil and a flat face pointing up, or a flat face down on the anvil and a point facing up. This isn't easy, you know, it changes things a lot. So you have to start to make some specialised tools for working material that has an uneven number of sides. Right, I've got my tools here for working with triangular sections and hopefully making this Viking 3-bladed arrowhead. Now, I'm going to start off, my starting section will be round bar. This is a bit of 10mm round. Now, the arrowhead that they found on the glacier, it's 3-sided, but it's not just a standard triangle, like this. That would be one thing if it was, but it is not like this. The arrowhead actually found in the glacier has got concave faces. Like that. So what we need to do first, we need to turn this round bar into triangle section, and the way we do that is we use this swage block. So this is my swage for forging different size round bars into different triangle sections. That means that once we've done that, we will have our triangle section. But to turn that into concave section, I have got this tool here. So what we've got is we've got 2 bits of round bar which I've welded onto a plate, and what we'll do is we'll put our triangle section onto that, and we will place this tool, the 3rd piece of round bar, onto the top of it, and we will hammer on top of that. Hopefully what that's going to do is turn this triangle section into this concave triangle section like this. So I think the best thing to do now is give it a go. Before we can even turn this round bar into triangle section, to turn it into an arrowhead, there are 2 processes we need to do first. The arrowhead found in the ice, the point tapers down to a very fine tip. Obviously this makes it a lot easier to go into whatever it is you're shooting at. So the first thing we need to do is we need to taper the very end of this round bar. Something we won't be able to do once we turn it into triangle section, so we do it while it's round, taper it to a tip. Also, at the back of the glacier spearhead, the metal starts to do what we call necking in. It starts to get thinner and then swelling out before it turns into a tang. At that point, we will have this little piece here, which is what we will turn in to our arrowhead. formed 3 concave sides. However, you might be able to tell from there, if not I'll move it a bit closer. It's not really very pretty, it's a bit gnarly, it's a bit horrible. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move back onto the anvil and we're going to draw out these cutting edges to tidy them up, make them look nicer, because at the moment this doesn't look very much like the one pulled off the glacier. But also it will help us take these, what are currently still blunt edges, down to nice sharp cutting edges. Right, there we are. We have got our 3-bladed arrowhead. Now, as you can see, cutting edges on mine are a little bit gnarly. Now I'm going to tidy that up on my linisher. Historically they might have had a grindstone or a file, or we also can't rule out the fact that they were probably a damn sight better at forging these than I am, and they were able to get the edges nice and smooth first time round. But not bad for a second attempt at this arrowhead, I don't think. Next stage is to forge the tang so that we can fit it onto an arrow shaft. There we are. One 3-bladed arrowhead. I'd say it looks quite like the one found on the glacier. I'm certainly very pleased with it. I did tidy up those edges, like I said, on the linisher. And the last process that you watched was me setting down and drawing out the tang. Probably a bit long and a bit chunky. But for demonstration purposes, I think it indicates quite nicely what we needed to do. So, caveats and addendums. Yes, I used a power hammer. No, Vikings didn't have power hammers. Vikings did have teams of strikers using larger hammers as part of a team with the smith to help move masses of metal. So I feel like I can justify using the power hammer by saying it represents the team of strikers that a Viking smith would have at their disposal. 2. The tool I used to make the concave sections is 2 bits of bar welded to a plate. No, the Vikings didn't have MIG welders or arc welders. However, it is a tool that I believe if you had the time, you would be able to make by either hot cutting or swaging, i.e. hammering another piece of metal into it. Even though I have used modern tools and techniques, I do believe I've done it within the spirit of what a Viking blacksmith would have been capable of. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. See you soon.